guys? This is your boy Sherry Speaks. I want to talk to you guys about Riverdale Season 3, Episode 12, Bizzarodale, and it was definitely bizarre. Before we get this started, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys subscribe to my boy Millaboy Gaming for gaming and live streaming and so forth. Okay, so this episode of Riverdale, man, was some high impact shit. I thought everything was over with, but so glad it did not, because right at the beginning of the episode, we see Sheriff Keller and Sierra McCoy, the former mayor, decide, hey, we're going to tie the knot. Okay, they want to do things simple and simplistic, nothing over too big, which makes a lot of sense. But then also, they get a mysterious note while they're getting it down with each other. And Gargoyle King says, look, man, I'm going to need y'all to, hey, it's time for a little reunion. Meet me at Riverdale to finish the game. We see they go to the classrooms that they met up at, and they see a big old sign that says "Got You," which was a diversion just to separate the parents from the kids, because the kids were going to be the scare tactic or the sacrificial lambs in this case. With that being said, all the kids got rung up by their parents to make sure they were okay, which is exactly what a responsible parent is supposed to be doing. So, and I like how each kid was doing. I like how each set of kids was doing something. You know, Kevin and Louis, aka Moose, they were getting it on. They were having their little first little time together. You know, Veronica and Reggie, and Veronica and Reggie were getting it on. Jughead and Betty, the whole, you name it. So that was pretty cool how that all was synchronized like that. Another thing is, Moose had never really came out to his father, who we all come to find out is actually gay himself. It turns out through like a little flashback, Tom and Moose's father were always buddy buddy. They were both in the Marines together, and so, or at least I think the Navy, I think. And so Marcus, he tried to kiss Tom one time, that didn't fly. And then that's when he was sent to his parents. Found out they considered, Marcus to have a weakness, which is being gay, and they sent him to the sisters. The sisters cured him of his imperial thoughts, as he said, and he then became the Gargoyle King. So he decided, since I couldn't have Tom, I'm going to make sure my son doesn't have his son, Kevin, which is, I'm going to sacrifice these guys. So he had the cadets, pretty much kidnapped him from the bunker, almost try to sacrifice him. Luckily, in a niche, Tom was able to figure out, okay, where they were, and that's how that whole thing went down. Josie gets rejected by a Juilliard school, even though she's biased and believes that she killed it, which I think she did. And her and Archie are starting to they're starting to have their own little relationship, which is really cool. And another thing I'm really bizarre about, is how finally, not bizarre, but I'm actually pretty glad that Tommy actually stepped up to Cheryl and said, look, you need to check your damn perspective. You need to switch it up a little bit, because Cheryl, outed Moose to the whole damn Riverdale squad, the whole damn school, not even giving a damn about the damn consequences. And so, so it's like, Tommy checked her. It's like, look, you want to know why? I became with the servants is because my own family kept judging me the fact that she was gay. And because, Penelope actually barricaded, Cheryl from not going into her family alumni school, with a free ride pretty much. But then that all changed after Cheryl and Tommy tried to, pretty much blackmail her. Penelope stopped him. And for a minute, I thought Penelope was actually going to make them, become, escorts or something, because Cheryl was like, oh, come on now, mommy dears, we can dominate too. And so I thought maybe they were going to do some sexy stuff like that, but they didn't. Thank God. Even though Tommy's hot. And another thing I wanted to mention was just, I really enjoyed, I was pretty shocked to see that Gladys Jones was Hermione's buyer this whole time. Like, I was like, wait, what? And so for collateral, she took Reggie's car, I think. And so it turns out Gladys Knight has her own intentions. She actually is going to take over Riverdale. That's her whole thing. And I always wondered how her and FP broke up and why. Turns out, Gladys was just a go-getter. She's a hustler, a natural-born hustler of the word. And so when when Veronica and Reggie, confronted Hermione about it, she was shocked. She thought, Gladys would send up one of her lieutenants from Scrappy Toledo, as she put it. And so she has more problems on it. Basically, this is a good power move by Gladys, because she's just going to try to keep an eye on that money coming back in, because she knows that the ship needs destroyed with the rock salt, because she's looking for her money. She's looking for that paper. So, they showed up impromptu on Jughead and FP, so it makes a lot of sense. They're like, hey, I'm staying for a while to keep an eye on my damn money. So even she told JB, She was like, look, your father is the sheriff. The mayor owes us is a cash cow. She owes us a lot of damn money. It's time for us to take over this spot. So looks like she's actually going to be doing that. This has been your boy Cherry Speaks. I look forward to next week, the 27th. Is the next episode. You know, a lot of stuff is going down. It looks like Archie's going to be, you know, boxing. He's going to have Sheriff Keller and he's going to be having time in his corner. So he'll teach him how to box. Maybe he might become a professional boxer, amateur boxer, from the looks of it. I look forward to it. It looks like Betty is going to be going through something traumatic, and I look forward to it all. This has been your boy Cherry Speaks, man. Peace and love.